Hey everyone, it's Rambling Hour with Lisa, season 21, episode 1. So I can't tell if my microphone is working from over here. I'm just going to check on my iPad as soon as it says that I've gone live. So bear with me. There, it says, yep, I hear me. Okay, so coming to you from the kitchen, it was both. So because I was sick a couple weeks ago and missed one of them, that put me back. So there was the winter crafts and then winter from the kitchen. But then Valentine's Day, I realized today's the 8th. So next Sunday when we get together, it'll be the 15th. So Valentine's will already be past. So then I thought, what do I want to do? Oh, hang on a second. I need to get a glass for my pop. What do I want to do? And let me do this so I can get a nice screenshot. What do I want to do for my live this week? So I'm doing like a little bit of a cross between Valentine's and winter because Valentine's is coming up and it is still winter. For those of you who don't know, I love celebrating all of the different seasons and celebrations and any reason to decorate. So for me, Valentine's isn't just about love between partners. It's love for everybody and love in general, and just, feeling love and remembering that love is all that matters. And anybody can be your Valentine's. It's just about making somebody's day better and really spreading things like love, like in spreading joy with the intention of love. Not just spreading joy for bonus points or for karma points or whatever, just actually doing things out of the kindness of your heart and wanting to, love for other people. So anyways, here we are in the kitchen and I am ready to do some things with you guys. The other thing is my New Year's resolutions for the last few years have been use it or lose it and finish old projects. So that's something that we're going to do today. Some of the things that we have here on the table. First of all, I need to take this jumper off and I'm going to put my apron on because it is so warm in this house for some reason, unless it's just my perimenopause and hot flashes today, but pretty sure it's just warm in this house. I'm also going to grab my hair elastic and put my hair back. So the things that we have over here, some of them are, how shall we say, old, like from years ago. The first one is hot chocolates. I'll show you guys closer, the snowmen, but I'm still going to make them because, to have something to do. And if they don't taste good, they don't taste good. But let me bring them closer to you. So, ta-da! We have these hot chocolates that I've used for display in previous years. I haven't opened them, but I figure, you know what, it's probably time I can still keep the boxes, but it's probably time to open them and have the hot chocolates. Let's see what the date is on this. I'm not one to care about expiry dates if things taste good. Again, if I was working in a restaurant, then you wouldn't get anything expired, but in my own house, yeah. So these are from Best Before 2021. And these snowmen that we're going to make, melting snowmen cookie set, is I think this is 2022. Yeah, 2022, Best Before. And this one, hot chocolate bombs that we're going to make. And now these are hot chocolate bombs, and the mold that comes with it is circular. But this could be for Valentine's too. You could use a heart-shaped mold. So this, I think this one is Best Before 2025. So we're not too out of date with that one. But might as well use them up. Stop storing all this stuff. They were in the bin called holiday baking. So I'm going to put my hair back because we're working in the kitchen. I'm going to take off my jumper because it's sweaty hot in here. And I'm going to do a nice smile right now. So maybe this will be the one that I use as my screenshot. Anyways, yeah, let me just get changed and then we'll get baking. So I can still talk because my microphone's on. There's also the sweater. I cleaned it properly. I hung it. I flattened it to dry. I ironed it. I didn't want it to shrink, but it seems to have shrunk a little bit, or maybe it's just me who's gotten bigger. The biscuits, the cookies, Melting Snowman cookie set. It needed the stuff to sit in the fridge for a half an hour, or no, 20 minutes. So I did start that earlier so it could sit in the fridge for 20 minutes. But it was an easy step, I'll tell you, because like it is a set for only 4 cookies. And just like the chocolate bombs that we're going to make, that set gives you 3 bombs. So these are just little gift sets that we got somewhere along the way. And, you know, I should have put my hair up first because I'm tying my apron and I'm tying my hair in my apron. So let me do this. Let me sit down. Okay, so hair. Oh, and my microphone is underneath my apron. So, okay, hair back. Check. I got my soapy water ready as well to wash my hands. And do this so it's a bit lower. I'll get there. All right. Oh, it's tied behind here because this was hanging up on the bulletin board for decoration until I was going to use it for this. So, okay. I also have, and they're hanging up behind here because I don't want them to get dirty, but these are, it says love letters, and it has little tickets on it, love tickets, the dishcloths. So these ones I can hang over here on the oven so it looks nice for Valentine's, but I'm not ready to use it or lose it yet because those are new. So, okay, so I have the dough that all it was the package of powder, like floury powder, and you put it in with 35 mils of butter, and then I just use my hands to mix it up into a ball. Then it told me to put it in the oven for 20 minutes. I'm gonna scratch my nose, turn on the oven, and wash my hands. And then I'm gonna dry my hands, and then I'm gonna get the box and read the instructions. So, and so we're doing these 3 things, and we have 1 Valentine's craft, and that will be our hour. Okay, so it came with a bag, a white bag like this that had the floury mixture in it. And then this is icing sugar. And this is the marshmallows. All right, so the steps are preheat oven, which I don't know why it says to preheat the oven as the first step, and then it tells you to put the dough in the fridge for 20 minutes. So that would be a lot of waste of electricity. So need the baking mix with I did that, biscuits and butter, okay, firm. Put in the fridge for 20 minutes. Dust the worktop with a little flour so the dough does not stick. Roll out the dough with a rolling pin, so it's 5 millimeters thick. Cut the dough with a round cookie cutter or a glass and place the dough pieces with enough space on a baking tray lined with baking paper. Bake the biscuits for 10 to 14 minutes until golden brown. Subsequently, let them cool well. And then it goes to the next step. So I'm going to kick my pot over. I'm going to okay, I can get a rolling pin. I can get the baking paper. I don't know where I got this huge baking paper from, but I bought some more baking paper, but it's just smaller things. And I need a baking tray. Again, it doesn't have to be a big one because it only makes 4 cookies. And I didn't get the cookie cutters out, so I'll just use a glass or something. And I don't have the flour out here, so hopefully it doesn't stick if I roll it. Otherwise, I'll have to go in the garage and get the flour. So cutting circles Which one do I want? What if it gets stuck inside of it? I'll just use this one. Okay. So here we go. Roll it out. I'll flatten it out first because it's like I put it in the fridge, so now it's cold. I don't want it to be crumbly, but if I warm it up with my hands, is that following the recipe or is that changing things? Let me know if for any reason my microphone goes off and you guys can't hear me. I'll check it every now and then because I didn't charge the microphone, so I don't know. Just make sure the light's on. Yep, the light's on. It wasn't until the last minute, of course, that I realized, hey, this is a kitchen one. The camera is far away. I might be better with the microphone. Although I should be using it every time because the sound is better when I use it. And again, I told you guys, I like how these microphones also like cancel out the background noise or whatever. So they, what? It said 3 inches. No, 3 millimeters. How big did it say to make these again? Okay, 5 to 7 centimeter cookie cutter. So 10 centimeters like that. So 5. Oh, that's small. And how thick do I make them? 5 millimeters thick. So I'm gonna just put this back together and roll it again because I made it really too thin and I can't believe how small these are. That glass is bigger than 5 to 7 centimeters. So I'll have to get a different. I don't know why I pictured these a lot bigger. But again, like I said, I'm knocking over everything for our craft that's hiding under the table. Oh, and I forgot to get my glass for my drink. Okay. Although at this rate, water would be nice. So put this back. This is smaller. It's a little plastic shot glass that I got for the kids. That's about 5 centimeters. But I mean, hang on. Let me look at the snowman cookie set. How big is so if I do that, yeah, that'll work. Okay. So, but they actually gave me 3, 6, 7 marshmallows. Bake 6 snowmen. Oh, that's why. So I got 2 bases, 3, 4. So I lied. It makes 6, not 4. So I got 4 bases and just use this dough, flatten it. Roll it. Five, 6, and I'm just going to make this one by hand with the leftover dough. And then we have 7 marshmallows. We can make 7. You'll know which one's done by hand. Okay, this is my parchment paper, so I'll put them close together. Where did I put my pen? Okay. Scooch. I'll show you guys how tiny these are. Teeny tiny little cookies. I'm just seeing if there's comments. I don't know how to do anything anymore. Okay. Remember that all my old rambling hours with Lisa are all available on YouTube as well, and this one will be put up there either tonight or tomorrow. Alexa, set a timer for 10 minutes. It said 10 to 14 minutes, right? 10 to 14 until golden brown. Okay, so then we get icing, sugar, mix the icing powder. Yeah, okay, bowl. Okay, so okay, bowls and a little baggie. I don't feel like I'm going to use a bag to make a icing piping bag because I don't feel like getting them out for the little amount of icing that I need to do. And I'm going to get that little tiny whisk. I like these little tiny whisks and icing sugar. And so they say to put 5 mils of water and mix a small tablespoon in a separate bowl with cocoa powder. Mix a small tablespoon of icing in a separate bowl with a teaspoon of cocoa powder. That's to make it brown. So I'm going to make it all together and then I'll take a teaspoon of it out. So I need a tablespoon of water and a teaspoon of, hang on, 5 mils of water. And a tablespoon. Hey, these new measuring cups I have tell me how many mils, and so 5 mils is 1 teaspoon. But I don't want to use the new ones. They're all gray. They all match. They look nice, but I'm not using those. I'll just use the ones that are already loose. Loosey-goosey. Oh, these ones say 2.5 mil is a half a teaspoon. I guess they all say it. 1 teaspoon. This says it's 4 mils. 1 teaspoon. 1 tablespoon. No, that's... Okay, 1 tablespoon, check. And 1 teaspoon, which is 5 mils, check. So I'm taking this to the sink to get 5 mils of water. Oh, cold water, right? Does it say cold? I don't know. I don't want to make my soapy water too cold. Well, that's like cornstarch or corn flour that they call it here. You need cold water. So there, I put 5 mils. And I hate when you make your icing sugar too runny, so I'll follow their instructions. I didn't bring the cocoa over here. 1 teaspoon of cocoa powder. It did say 5 mils, right? Yeah, 5 mils. Okay. That's how quickly, because I'm distracted because I'm, making sure that everything's good for the camera too. That's probably not totally true. I probably would be this distracted and have to check my instructions again, even if I was by myself. Okay, so there's our icing sugar, and I need some of that to turn brown. But I'm going to grab the cocoa powder first. Cocoa powder. I know it's in between seasons, like this is technically my first episode of my new season, so I could have taken a season break, but I didn't. So, bowl. This is the one that had water in it, so I'm going to dry it real quick with my towel. Before I put it in the cocoa. And it said, I'm just confirming for 5 mils of water And then, so did it say a small tablespoon of icing in a separate bowl with a teaspoon of cocoa powder? Teaspoon, which is the same as 5 mils, supposedly. Teaspoon of cocoa powder, and it's all over my finger. And then tablespoon. Well, I don't think I need a tablespoon of icing. That's quite a bit of the icing, but need a spatula. Because what, guys? I don't like wasting. So I've had 1 week of eating healthier, getting into that, and then I'm going to start the exercising again. So, yep, tomorrow will be 1 week. Or I guess like last Monday I started. And our new grandson is going to be making his arrival this week. So that's exciting as well. So I'm mixing that's a lot of cocoa as well. Maybe that's why I needed so much icing. This is, maybe I'll add a little bit more icing because that's what it said. Hopefully it makes a difference to this cocoa. But the brown is just for the eyes and the stick hands. I mean, this is just chocolate icing now, but it seems like very tough, not watery. I don't want to add water either. Well, maybe I'll just add a drop, but I'll put it in something else because I don't want to add too much water, or then your icing becomes too runny. Literally, that was like 3 drops of water. Am I still on? Yeah, I'm still here. Okay, so I put like 3 drops of water. I'm just trying to get it to be smooth enough that I can put it into the bag so that I can pipe it out to make the eyes and that's a little bit better. That should work now. I don't want it to be too runny, but like I said, it needs to move through the bag. So I think I might be able to work with that. I don't know if you can tell on there what it's like. Okay, let's get going here. So they're cooking, and I think that's all we can do right now because the cookies have to cool, and then we'll decorate them. So we'll just leave this over here until we're ready to do that. That goes with that. I thought it was a napkin, so I just wiped the chocolate off of my finger on it, but it's the bag from the UK, and that we don't need, and that we don't need. Do we? No. So I'll just set it off out of the way. Cocoa back where it goes. And dip my fingers in the soapy water. Dry my hands. Okay, what's next? So these bombs, and oh yeah, remind me to get my glass for my pop. I think Melody, my sister, might be watching. So Melody, can you just let me know if my sound is still good? But I guess if it's not good, you wouldn't know what I'm saying. So chocolate chips, 200 grams. Mini marshmallows, 42 grams. And this really thin. But what do you expect for a kit? I'm gonna rinse this out because we haven't used it before. Then dry it. I guess I should have done that before, and then it would have been dry. I mean, rinse it. I didn't dry it. instructions for the silicone mold. Wash and dry before first use. Dishwasher safe. Please retain this information for future reference. No, I'm not going to keep this big box just for that information. Okay, but my steps are on there. So this can be recycled. Just set it on the floor because I'm not. Okay, so melt the chocolate. Put half the chocolate chips. Oh, our cookies might be ready. Alexa, stop. Alexa, set a timer for 4 minutes. I'm just going to turn them around for a minute because they are brown on one edge. There's the oven gloves. Alexa, stop. Sorry if I set anybody else's echoes off by giving her instructions. Okay, remind me about that in 1 minute. Alexa, cancel timer. Alexa, set a timer for 1 minute. Okay. I need a bowl I can put in the microwave, but one that will be good to get the chocolate out of after as well. What shall I use? You know when you have like all the bowls that you actually use every day and they are not ones that you would want to put on camera because they've like melted or stained or whatever. So on unit is grams. Is that what we're working in, grams? I think so, 100 grams. So I'm going to divide the chocolate in half as per instructions. Okay, no, all right. I'll just grab my scissors that I have down here for, they're kitchen scissors, but we'll use them for a craft. Wait, hang on. This is not 200 grams of chocolate. That is... Alexa, stop. Was that a minute? Maybe just another minute. Okay, this is 105 grams of chocolate. Put half the chocolate chips into the... This is a lie. Liars! This was not 200 grams of chocolate chips. Yeah, 0. Oh, wait. Well, hang on. I didn't even... Did I zero out the bowl? Put that on. Press 0. Put the chocolate in. Okay, it keeps going down every time I put it on. Oh, you know what it is? It's because I'm not on the solid surface. Let me just do this behind. Flat surface, on, bowl, 0 it out. Put the chocolate in. It's 205 grams of chocolate. They didn't lie. That's 193. I went to 102, so 204. Okay, so melt in microwave. Actually, when you melt chocolate, only put it on for like 30 seconds at a time and stir it. Otherwise, here's a trick. This is how you can do wax too if you're waxing your mustache or whatever you need to wax. You don't warm up the wax in the microwave straight in the container. You get a glass. This is not a glass. This is a bowl. You put some water in it. Then you put your container of wax, or in this case, chocolate, and you set it in the bowl with the water, and then it becomes like a double boiler so that the chocolate is melting from the heat of the water, but it's not directly, like it won't burn this way as easily. So I put it on for another 30 seconds and then I'll stir, and I'll keep doing that until the chocolate's melted because I don't want to burn it. Okay, then we're going to need, I'm going to dry this out while we're waiting those 30 seconds. I'm going to check the cookies. And they're good enough. I'll bring the cookies to you. We don't need the oven again. Steve wouldn't be impressed that I have the oven on for this many little tiny cookies. Nice and golden. Melody says sound is good. Okay, so cookies, I'm going to take them off the pan so they cool faster. I do have cooling racks. Just get a cooling rack. The cooling rack keeps it off of so air can get underneath it. So the airflow will cool those off faster. Okay, so those are waiting for that. I'm mixing the chocolate. I'll bring it over into shot. I need a spatula. Well, actually, we're going to be using, I've never made these before the way that, so we're using this barbecue brush, or whatever they call it, like butter brush. What do they call it? Back of a spoon or pastry brush. Okay, stir, stir, stir chocolate. It's starting to melt. Oops. Dropped it in the water, but luckily I didn't get any water in it. Actually, for only being in there a minute, it's quite melted. Maybe it's the type of chocolate as well, so that's good. I'm going to put it on for just another 30 seconds. Oh man, I'm so messy. I got water on the table now. I got water on the counter now, spilling it all the way along. 30, start. I don't know why I came to look at myself on there. Okay, so we need this. We need this. I'll move this out of the way. That's garbage. I got chocolate on my hand. I'm going to lick my hand and then go wash my hand. Okay. I need to wash my hand and then I'll stir that. Even only doing a couple things in the kitchen, and I am so clumsy. And okay, I don't know if that's in the way. So, you can see by the steam of the water that things are hot in here. It's getting hot in this bowl. So melt all your chocolate. So it's not like runny, but it's very smooth. It says, coat the inside of the bomb mold with the melted chocolate using the back of a spoon or a pastry brush. Repeat this process to get a good thick shell coating. If the melted chocolate starts to set in the bowl, return it to the microwave and melt again for up to 30 seconds. Okay, so maybe like I could just divide this into 6 and then we'll use this to, I don't know. If I do this quickly, then at least I can put too much in that one. So we're making 6. And this is 100. Oh, hang on. Oh, yeah. Oops. I just flicked chocolate everywhere. Oh, yeah, because we've got to do this again for the tops. Hang on. I know what we're doing. Because I read the instructions before we started to make sure I had everything. Oh, I need more in that one. Okay. Before it hardens, let's move it around with the brush. Then take your brush and, I don't know, brush it up the sides because you're making like little bowls. Oh yeah, this is actually working. Cool. Cool, I've never done this before. So you don't want holes, but they said to put it in the fridge or the freezer or whatever. And then you'll see if you have any holes because you don't want any holes, but you can add some chocolate to fill the holes. Actually, let me take some of that out. I'm going to do the ones that have less chocolate first in case I need to bring more chocolate over. Cool, because no one's going to see the insides of the bombs anyways. And can you see what I'm doing? I'm just bringing it up the sides. I can come closer. I only did half the chocolate. Yeah, okay. It scared me. I was like, well, some of these look pretty big, like with chocolate. So I'm like, dying. I just tripped over the stool. So I'm just bringing it up the sides like that to make a mess. But some of these have a lot of chocolate in. All right, so that's my last one. Bring it up the edges to make a little bowl shape. Ooh, look, if I rub it around like that, it makes it nice and smooth and nice in the inside. Ooh, smooth and nice. Like I said, so if you get the hang of these, if I had, which I might even have, a heart-shaped molds, then I could make heart-shaped bombs. But remember that we're putting marshmallows in the middle of these because they're bombs. So you need to make sure that if you're doing a different type of mold, like this one is, I don't know how deep, but it's that deep. So you need room inside to put some marshmallows if you want. I mean, the chocolate could go in without marshmallows, but these ones are going to have marshmallows inside, or you could put candies inside. But these ones go in hot chocolate, so that's why they're having marshmallows inside. So I'm just going to confirm. Okay, I'm going to take some of this chocolate and put it in this one because it didn't have as much. I'm just going to look and see if I can see any holes. But yes, I can patch them up if after. So I don't see any holes really. Obviously, this would be easier if I wasn't holding it and I was on a flat surface, but okay. So I'm going to do what the instructions say next. They say, do you see how those are supposed to look? That's what we're making. So they say, carefully place the chocolate-filled tray into the freezer and leave it for 10 minutes. If there are any gaps or cracks, apply another coat of melted chocolate and freeze for a further 10 minutes or until the 6 shells can be removed from the tray. Okay, so I'm going to put this in the freezer for 10 minutes. And that's fine because we have other things to do. But did I make sure that there was room in the freezer? Heck no. I'm going to set it in the ice tray. Okay, next. I didn't shut the oven off there. Cookies, not cooled enough. I'll set the cookies in the fridge to cool. Let's take the tray with me. I'm going to set them in the fridge to cool off so that we can decorate them faster. The hot chocolate doesn't take any work. And then we're on to our, Alexa, set a timer for 10 minutes. Alexa, set a timer for 10 minutes. Get my glass. And yeah, the last 2 weeks I've been drinking water, and I should drink water, but I have some pop here too. So I'm just going to get some pop. Just so you guys can see it's not wine, it's pop in a gin glass because I just am so wild that way. Not wine in a wine glass, that would be crazy. Pop in a gin glass and close the microwave. Okay, so I'll show you guys I'll show you right now, my display in the cupboards for Valentine's. Scooch. There you go. Enjoy. At the top, you can't see them very well, but that's berries like that I had for Christmas and for Valentine's. What did Mel say thanks for? Oh, hang on. Melody said, did you take the stuff out of the oven? Yes, check. And I've put it in the fridge. I had to run downstairs to change laundry. Yes, I'm working on laundry as well, Melody, interestingly. Yes, they are on the drying rack. They are on the drying, no, you mean the cooling rack? And thanks. Oh, I see. Jen said, Melody, they are on the drying rack, but she meant cooling rack. And Melody said, thanks to Jen. Got it. Okay, I'm going to tilt you down a little bit. You don't need to see like half in the, there. Okay. So cookies are cooling. Chocolate bombs are cooling. can move this to the side because the other half of chocolate is to make 3 more. So it makes 6 in there, but you could use half and half to put them together to make 3 bombs, which is what I'll do with you guys. I'll do the other 3 later because it's already 10 to 9. So I keep hearing the oven, but that's just because it's cooling off. Craft. Okay, we only have 1 craft. And usually I don't try and do it beforehand. This one I had to like think about a little bit because it was a little bit not it could be oh, there's water on the table, remember? It's a little bit complicated, but I've got it figured out. Okay. So I got pastels. So I got chalk and oil pastels, and I'm using some of the old ones up, not our good ones. But also they use, like the thing that's on TV the other day uses, like, you can get smudge sticks, but I'm going to use kitchen roll or paper towel to smudge the, so you take your toilet paper roll and you need little tea lights, but not real tea lights. These are just ones that have batteries in them, because real tea lights would set your kitchen roll on fire. Your, not kitchen roll, toilet roll holder. So we're going to make a heart. Now this was a little bit complicated, and this is where I'm going to bring it to show you guys. When it opens, it makes a heart, but I had to figure out, I'll bring it to you guys. So I have a pencil, but I did this in Sharpie so that I could, so I knew that I needed a heart shape, like about that big on one side. And then, so then that means on the inside, where would it, but then, so I cut this out, and then you would get that, which looks like a bikini, but the heart opens like this. So now we need to cut this part out too, like a V. So I cut this V out, but so you could make one and then you could use it as a template or draw with a pencil. Like I said, this one's going to have the black Sharpie on it if I didn't cover it up. But as far as I'm concerned, we're only coloring the inside. So I'm going to cut this part out right here. So I guess if I put these together, that's the shape that we cut out, like almost like an hourglass sort of. And then you end up with the bottom like a belt. My glasses fell onto my face. The bottom like a belt, and then this is shaped like a heart. And Jen said, yes, I meant cooling rack. Laugh out loud. I knew what you meant. Okay, so I am coloring the colors on the one that I saw on the internet, and we're going to do it like, it's like a heart on fire. You guys want me to bring you closer? Let's see, can you guys see what I'm doing? I'm going to bring you closer and tilt you down a little bit. Scooch, tilt. Is that good? Well, that's got to be better than nothing. Okay, so I'll just bring this closer and stand and do it. Oh, wait, where am I? There. So, okay, so if I hold it open like that and I take like a yellow. So I'm going to take a yellow and I'm going to just smush it in there. So it's like kind of like a flame. Now I could probably go in the bottom underneath here and do some yellow too if I want it to actually, no, it doesn't matter because that's where the candle goes. So yellow and then some orange. And when I was younger, I just did not understand oil pastels because they seem like wax crayons, so I didn't get the point of why artists would want to use them. And now you can use either pink, I'll put a little bit of pink in it, and finishing it off with red. I'm trying to use the old ones up, but oh, that's why, because the reds are over here. Finishing it with red. That's more of a magenta red. It's not a red, but that's okay. You get the idea, because I have lots of toilet rolls, so I can make lots of these. I just don't have as many. I have lots of the candles, but I had to go through them all to see if any of them work. So I need to order some more batteries to see if I can replace the batteries on these. Or, like, I know I can, but I have so many that I don't want to just recycle them if I can just change the battery and they'll work again. So take your those are still attached, kitchen roll. And you're going to just, do you see what I've done there? And now I'm going to rub it so that it blends together. Actually, I'm just pulling it up. I'm not rubbing backwards, just pulling it up together. I'll show you a little bit when if you got spaces that doesn't have enough, then you can add more. But it's mushing it and it's blending it, especially where this line is that I can see where the, what do you call it, joins the toilet roll, like cardboard. I don't know if that'll matter. Okay, I'll go backwards a little bit there so it gets in that crack. Anyways, there. So it works. Besides that line, which I have to figure out how to deal with, this looks as good as it does on the thing. And then you take your candle. I have one that's red or white or silver. Oh, why is that one bigger? Anyways, the white one fit. I checked it before there. So, and then turn it on. Turn it on. Okay, well, you can't see it because it looks pretty dead as well. Let me shut off the light. Oh yeah, it's like, why is there still light on? It's the big ring light. Let's see if I turn this down as well. But you can see the flickering a little bit. Sorry, my grow light is still on above the sink. But that was quick and easy and cool, and you could do different colors if you want. Hello, good morning. Nurjaman. Damon says good morning. Good morning. So yeah, there. I'm going to bring you guys back, turn on the lights, bring you guys back, and we'll do the other stuff. We have 1 minute for the chocolate. So we'll do the cookies, and then we'll do the chocolates. We got the cookies, and I'll move all this out of the way, and I might do some more of these after. Oh, hey, I'm straight, you're crooked. I know there's something that is not working properly on there. Okay, so where are we? What? How come every time I walk away, it's like it does something weird? Here's my cookies. I'm still sweating. Hopefully that's good. Let's try this. Alexa, stop. Okay, cookies. And I'll just have to be like down here again. I don't know why. Sorry, it bugs me. It's bugging me. That's better. Okay, so cookies, icing. Although this icing is a bit dry now, isn't it? I should have put that icing in the bag right away. So you take some of your icing. Oh, how about I read the instructions? It says, so where's my piping bag, my marshmallows? So, mix the icing, sugar, mix a bowl, yeah. Apply the icing with the back of a spoon to the biscuits and press the marshmallow with the flat side. Use a piping bag to paint the faces on the marshmallows and twigs on the white glaze. Yeah, okay, so, and you know what's funny is like they look really cute on the front of this box, but they show them more realistic on the back. I'll show you closer because that's probably what mine are going to look like. They look like a kid's done them or whatever, like how they actually would look. Now, I don't have a spoon. I'll try using this, and if this doesn't work, then, oh, I wanted to open my, wow, and I thought this wasn't going to be enough icing, but it definitely is. Open my marshmallow, stick the marshmallow in And it doesn't matter how your icing goes on your cookie because it's a melted snowman, right? So he's melting. I'm melting. Do you want to build a snowman? This is what I'm like when I'm by myself too, you guys. You know, it's interesting life living with me. I'm sure my sister Melody misses it. I do miss her too, actually. Her and I, do you know those people that you can just laugh and laugh and laugh with and get silly and giddy and get the giggles? Yeah, I miss that too. I don't have a lot of people in my life like that. And me and Steve have good senses of humor, so we make each other laugh, but I don't have enough people like that. But my sister Melody is one of them. We could get going and laughing together for sure. For sure, for sure. Something Canadians say, for sure. This is the one that I didn't use a cup to cut. Just shaped it with my hand. So I was just seeing if there was a date on the marshmallows. Or if it was just on the box. I'm sure the kids will eat whatever icing I can't get out of this, or I'll use a different spatula. Let me get another spatula. That's too big. Too big. Too big. I've used some of the small ones already. Do I have any smaller ones? That one's small. And like I said, I'm eating healthy now for a week. It's got to start somewhere, so I can't even eat these little biscuits, these expired biscuits. Oh, I like how this, oh, I mean, they're melting so much that my marshmallow is falling off. Maybe they're not 100% cool yet. But it makes the icing look nicer. I mean, they don't feel warm in my hands, the cookies. Where's this one needs more? This one needs more. That's good. That's all of them. Whoa, the cookie's sliding. Scooch. Maybe should I put these back in the fridge for a minute and then we'll do the okay, let me cool these off in cool the white icing in the, well, it doesn't really have to cool, it has to dry, right? So, but I'll stick it in the fridge and we'll get the chocolates. Okay, stay on your cookies. Don't slide off while I'm gone. Chocolate. Oh man, it feels nice in that freezer. I swear it's so hot in this kitchen. Was there something else I was going to do while I was up? No. Where's the, oh no, I was thinking of putting this in the bag, but where's the instructions? What did I do with the big box, guys? Okay, I put that over there. You guys see it? I know you can't see my whole kitchen, but I do like to throw things on the floor while I'm working. Oh, I see. It's underneath here. I got it. Okay, so here, somewhere here. It says, freeze the chocolate. Check. Check if there's any crack. My hair. Check if there's any cracks or holes. No. Oh yeah, that one has a little hole, but that's okay. Oh, and that one might too, but that's okay. We're just gonna make them. So freeze the chocolate, coat melted chocolate, freeze for another 10 minutes till 6 shells can be removed from the tray. Fill and seal the chocolate bombs. Fill 3 of the shells with mini marshmallows. Apply a small amount of melted chocolate around the top edge of the shells and carefully place the empty shells onto the mini marshmallow filled shells. Hold the two halves together until they form a complete ball and repeat to make all 3 balls. So I don't know if they're saying like, I guess if I would have painted these, I might have had some extra chocolate left. But if I take these out carefully, so I guess actually this is another good reason that the maybe that's what it, because these are really thick. So maybe I should have just made them thin like the ones on the picture. That looks nice. So maybe it's good that this is thin because I can pop them out. Oh yeah, I can push them up like that. And if I cut them or use the excess chocolate, that then I can put that in the microwave again to, where's my bowl from chocolate? My double boiler, I put it over there. I mean, I have lots of baking chocolate too, but I need a little bit to make like a glue to hold these bombs together. So like we're going to put them together like that to make bombs. So, and like I said, now that I have this mold, or if you get a mold like this, you can make them. You don't need a kit to do it. You just need the ingredients. So remember that if we make 6, oh, I'm getting chocolate all over this bag, then half of these marshmallows will be for the other ones. So however many, I mean, I have extra marshmallows as well, but it's got to be able to close. So put some in there, Oh, I haven't cut the chocolate off yet. I'll just use some of the other chocolate because like I said, I have more baker's chocolate. I'll just melt all this and I can make the other bombs. Okay, set that there. Put this here. It only took like 1.5 minutes to melt this, right? So wash my hands. And then I will, I'm going to put this in here if I can. Wish me luck. I'll try and get it right to the corner that I'm going to cut. Oh, this isn't the best bag because it's got like, it's got a hidden corner. Anyways, if you have a piping bag or a Ziploc bag, like a little bag that has just a normal corner, this is a freezer bag, so the corner is not the right kind of corner for a piping bag, but we'll make it work. Because whatever doesn't get eaten can be gnawed out of the bag. And I have these, I also, because I wasn't going to do this step actually, so I'm not good with a piping bag. I need to get better at it. Oh, I just pulled the head of the spatula. So I was going to actually use, these are called cake pens, but they're like little markers. So I thought about drawing them on like that. We can try that too if it'll work. Otherwise, I'm just squeezing all the chocolate to, wait, where's the corner? Hang on, I'll come closer to you. Squeezing all the chocolate to a corner of the bag. And then I will cut it open just a little bit because, yeah, right into the corner there. Just cut it a little bit because we only want small lines for our arms, like our stick arms on our snowman and our eyes. So it's like, so I was going to show you this. So that's like ideally what it looks like. And you can see the nose is orange or red, but those are the ones they show. And that's much more realistic to how they're going to look. Mom says, hi, Lisa. Hi, Mom. Melody says, I miss you too. I do miss you. Okay. So next, chocolate. Mixing our hot. Okay, I'm putting it back in. Bowl's very hot. And I need my spatula. I don't want to put my spatula in the microwave. Maybe if I leave the bowl in the microwave and just take the chocolate out, it wouldn't burn myself. Okay, so let me just peek at the cookies. Two of them have slid off of their cookies. But they seem, the icing seems like it's, again, I don't know if it's drying or if it's just because it's colder in there. But we'll finish these bombs first, and then we'll take the cookies out of the fridge. Oh, the fan's finally shut off from the oven. Do I listen to myself? No, I took the hot bowl out again. Okay. Why is this chocolate taking longer? Okay, probably just 30 more seconds. Oh, hot, 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 hot tamale. Hot, hot tamale. Okay, 30 more seconds. That noise was me touching the hot bowl. These are cool though. The bombs, they look cool. Oh, I should maybe get a plate to put these things on so that it looks nice. Like our everything, like our cookies and everything when they're done. To display them. No fancy, I'm just taking a dinner plate. There's no fancy plates. I'm going to set these things here and then, no, I don't need those. I'm going to do that later. This goes over there. This goes in my mouth. Okay. So this should be hot enough and melty enough and smells so good. So it's funny, I guess I did, like I said, I kind of crossed this over. It is winter, but it could be Valentine's too. Even if they're not in the shape of hearts, this is still a nice, like this chocolate smells like chocolate. Like it smells good. So if you think about having chocolates with, if you have a partner, I mean, again, Valentine's doesn't have to be about partners, but if you have a partner and you wanted to make them a romantic treat, or you could just make these for your friends too. So I put some hot chocolate, like melted chocolate there, and then I stuck these two together, and they're not the cleanest. And there's a hole on the edge there, but let's try it again. Should I? Touch, dab, touch, touch, dab, dab, dab. I think in a cooler kitchen this would work better because I think my fingers are melting the chocolate as well. So stuck together, but as long as the holes that are there aren't big enough for a marshmallow to get through, then you're all right. And if you can get, we sell pink and white marshmallows, so those would work even better for Valentine's. Oops, I was using the half that didn't have marshmallows in, but it's okay. Dab, dab, dab. Stick that on top. Oops. Oh, making a mess. Slid off because, like I said, I think my hands are warm. There, 3 bombs. Bombs away. I'm going to lick my fingers and then wash my hands. I'm not going to just put them in the dishwater. I just hurt myself. If you didn't see last Tuesday, I did my first, so on the first Tuesday of the month, every month, I'm going to do my book review for the month previous. So on Tuesday, I did my book review for all the books that I read or listened to in January. And I put it up on YouTube as well, so you can catch up on that. I may have chocolate on my face now. So we'll set the bombs there. Oh, I want the things that we made. Put that there. So pretty. Is this, let me see if these light up more. Well, that one's pretty. Well, that one's a bit better. So let me switch out the light I don't mean shut it off. I mean switch, like literally switch and put this one in. And then this will be our little display. There, so put that there, and then it will make our cookies. Cookies. Or because we're in the UK, biscuits. Biscuits. And then we need to do our eyes, and let's try those marker pens and see if I can do an orange dot for, because we'll see how they work on marshmallow. My glasses are filthy, but I have nothing to rinse them on right now. I mean, like I usually use my t-shirt. Oh yeah, that works good. I'm going to just do orange noses on all of them, and then I'll show you guys. And by orange noses, I just mean a circle. Well, actually, let me try and do it like a long triangle nose, but to the side. Do you know what I mean? Because it's 2D. Oops, I knocked down the lid. I'll have to wash it because these are food things, so keep things clean using with food. Okay, one more, and I'm going to do him a triangle nose as well. If I can. His carrot nose. Oh, he's got a big one because I'm not doing it right. Okay, that's good. And then now we're going to, here, I'll show you the noses. Did I get him? Yeah. I'll show you the noses. Oh, my glasses are so filthy. Those are the noses. So now I know I could use the black marker pen, and I could do the, if I needed to, because I'm not good at this. Part of the thing with this is I need to cut just a little bit off. Where did the scissors? Don't worry, I put the scissors on cardboard. They're not on the floor. Oh, let me put my glasses on just to see. I just want to cut like the smallest piece off, and I don't want. Hey, there's a piece of rice on the table for some reason. Oh, it's still on there. Where did that piece of rice come from? That's weird. A dry piece of rice. Is it rice or is it? I don't know. Okay. All right, so let's try and do these arms. Should I do the eyes for? No, because I can do the eyes with the marker pen if I can't do the. Yep, I'm not good with icing. But how do you get better? You practice. I wonder what I could make with icing. Oh, wow. My hole is getting bigger, so this just looks like a poop. Oh, man. I want to try something. If I squeeze some of this out, because it's so thick, could I just shape it myself? If I roll it out, I might... Reminds me of like Tootsie Roll or toffee. No, this is okay. I'm making one poopy log, and then I'm going to use the pen for the rest, and somebody can eat this. Let me just wash my hands. Yeah, tastes nice though. Cocoa and icing sugar. Okay. Now, I'm not saying you can't use chocolate icing to make the stick arms and stuff. I'm just saying I'm not good at it. So I will have to do that in, like, I need to practice. Where's the box? How many? Just eyes? Oh, and a mouth? Oh, and I see. And you do a mouth however you want, a circle. You could do a bunch of dots. And then, yeah, I'm just making dots in the icing. Oh, I don't know why I made him like that. I made him like the mouth instead of like a couple buttons. That's on the one with the poop arms. Okay, so eyes. Make him have a mouth with a bunch of buttons. And then some dots for his buttons that are on his clothes. And then, but the icing isn't really, I'm going to do all the faces. The icing isn't really like hard and dry. to do. So actually, if I was to make these not on camera, I think I would do them like where the wait for the icing to dry more so I could draw on it. I don't know if I'll be able to do the arms very good. Oh yeah, that works better than the poop, I think. Okay. Yeah, I'm quiet right now because I'm concentrating on my long arms of the law. And eyeballs. Also don't want to like gum up the marker pen in the icing. Oh, this guy's worried because he's melting. Oh no. I'm almost done. I'm going to turn it more towards me so I can see these guys. You guys are going to love these. They're cute. I could do their eyes different too. And I keep making their eyes like quite far apart. I don't know why. Maybe I'll put eyebrows on this guy. Don't know why. Oh, he looks mad. Maybe I'll make him smiling. Cheeky. He looks cheeky now. Yeah, there. And then some arms. Another arm. Oh, and the buttons. I've forgotten the buttons. And this one, she'll have eyelashes. You can put fake eyelashes on a snowman. Don't tell me, or a snow woman, however she identifies. Maybe they're made out of like pine needles. I'm smiling because I'm making a smiling mouth on her. Put a bow tie on her. Oh, that doesn't really look like a bow tie, but as best I can. Okay, it doesn't, now the bow tie made it look like a boy, but we don't know how they identify. Then the icing has mostly fallen off the cookie. One more to decorate and then we are done. How should I make these eyes? I don't know. I hope it's been a fun night. I haven't even, I've listened to one book so far. It's like we're already the 8th, so like over a week into February. I've listened to one book. That's it. And so Valentine's is coming up. Be nice to everyone, and if you're single, just make other single people feel nice. And what else? Like I said, by the time I speak to you next Sunday, we will have a new grandson this week because it is a C-section, but we have 2 days. They're going to try and do it on Tuesday, but if they can't, they'll do it on Thursday, which is Amy's birthday. So either way, it's a birthday present to her, whether it's on her birthday or before her birthday. Imagine having a baby on your birthday. Well, like she doesn't have to imagine it. It might very well happen. I'm going to rinse that off. And I'm going to put these on the plate. Well, actually, I'll show them to you first, and then I'll put them on the plate because putting them on the plate might mess up some of the... There you go. Cheeky, happy, surprise. You can see my poop arms there and why I don't know why I did the buttons on like all across there. So, and then there's the one in the back. So those are my snowmen. Oh, my cousin Bev says, hello everyone. Hi Bev. And she says, what are you making? We made these, they're called melted snowmen cookies. And we made marshmallow chocolate bombs. And we made a Valentine candle holder with not real candles because that would make it start on fire. Just with reusable battery operated candles. I'm going to put these all here, put that bomb closer to there, cover up that chocolate now, and keep adding these. And I am actually proud that I used up things that we had, that I got stuff done for this live, that it stuck to the theme, and that I didn't make too many things. So even though we're a little bit over time, it's not too bad over time, I don't think. What time is it? Only about an hour and 20 minutes. So those are our things. I don't know if I can lift the, let me push you back. Scooch, tilt, me again. Okay, so those are our things for today. Did I put that candle on? Oh yeah, I was going to show off the lights. Just hang on. I'm going to start with the grow light this time so that it's not on. Oh, and the light above the stove is on. Boy, I know how to waste electricity. Not really. Most of these lights are usually off when no one's in the kitchen. Okay, that's everybody except the ring light. So let's see our romantic winter Valentine. What do you guys think? The snowmen are happy. And the chocolate bombs. We're in the dark. Ooh. Okay, I love you guys. We'll see you guys next Sunday. It will be the day after Valentine's, but I might not do anything on my live specifically, but it'll probably still be Valentine's themed before I put the Valentine's stuff away. Bye guys, love you. Hey, before I finish, thank you. Melody says snowmen are cute. Before I finish, listen, all of these lives are up, all of my old lives are uploaded to YouTube. Even if you don't watch them, please go and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Look up Rambling Hour with Lisa on YouTube and just like the channel, because I need to make sure that people are seeing them there. And, you know, like I know you guys watch here, but I need people to know that they're there, especially if you're not able to find them here after, because Facebook only keeps them for 30 days. Melody says, love you too. Mom says, bye, love you. Love you guys too. Like I said, go to YouTube and subscribe to the Rambling Hour with Lisa channel. Love you guys. Bye.